What is up, YouTube? Today, we're diving into the best VSS attachments and calibrations in Delta Force. The VSS is the only full auto marksman rifle in Delta Force, making it the most interesting one. It fires at 480 rounds per minute and deals 33 damage per shot, giving it a 375 millisecond time to kill at its most optimal 120 meter range. But if you land a single headshot, that time to kill drops to 250 milliseconds at almost any distance. This is where the VSS shines. The VSS has a lot of lens shake when firing, and it also has a lot of recoil, so when you combine those two things, it makes it really hard to line up the follow-up shots. That's what this build is designed to fix. Today, we're increasing the magazine size from 15 to 30 rounds, which is a huge improvement for a marksman rifle like this. We're also increasing the range from 120 meters to 131 meters, which gives you even more ability for long-range fights. The muzzle velocity gets a much-needed bump up from 330 to 392 meters per second to make sure that you can actually hit your moving targets easier. Stability is also improved to help with the visual shake, along with the recoil control to make it easier to control at full auto. We're also improving both the ADS speeds and the ADS movement speed, making sure that the VSS doesn't feel like a slouch even at closer ranges. All of this combined sets you up for a great marksman rifle that makes it easy to be rewarded when you land those headshots and keeps you more mobile than you would ever expect. With all of that said, let's get into the attachments. We begin with a blank VSS, and there's really not that many attachments for the VSS, so this is going to be a quicker one. Let's go from the left side to the right side, starting off with the barrel, where you only have one option, and it's actually really good, because it increases your range by 11 meters and your control by 9, which does equal a decent amount of vertical and horizontal reduction. And it helps you with firing stability, so let's put it on. The VSS is integrally suppressed, so you're not going to have the ability to change the muzzle, so let's go to the foregrip, where we put on the folding grip all the way at the bottom here. This gives you a huge increase in stability, which is essential for this weapon because there's a lot of lens shake, and it helps out your handling just by a little bit. As you can tell here, just a tiny bit of help, mostly in the ADS movement speed, which you do want. Then to finish off the front here, let's go for the upper rail, where we put on the PEC 2 red laser light combo. This decreases your ADS times by 50 whenever you have the red laser light on, and it also helps your accuracy, which is your hip fire, so let's just put it. Then don't forget to put on the Zenit Co charging handle cap for the extra +1 handling. That's another little bit of help that it's going to do you well. And the same thing here for the bottom on the mag mount. Make sure to put on your mag assist, which will give you another +1 handling. Now for the magazine, the 15 that it comes with, it's really not enough, so we put on the 30 round magazine. This only decreases your handling by a bit, but it's totally worth it. For the optic, you can really choose whichever one you want, but I do have a preference myself, and that is the panoramic red dot sight. We do have the side rail attachment on this to be able to put on the optic, so it's already quite lifted. You don't have to put a riser or anything on this weapon, so I just stick to the panoramic red dot sight. You can really choose whichever one you want though. And last but not least, as I said, this weapon does not have that many attachments. We go for the stock and we put on the VSS Elite Integral Stock. It'll reduce your handling and a bit of accuracy, but your control goes off the charts with this, which is essential because, as you can tell, the weapon itself has a lot of recoil. This drops it by a crazy amount, so we really want to put this on. And already this is the full build. Now let's take a look at the detailed stats so you can see what will be changing with the calibration. The damage fall off multiplier does not change at all, but I do still want to show you it because you can see that we are up to 131 meters for your maximum amount of damage, and after that you'll be dealing about 85% of your damage, but that is after 131 meters, which is kind of ridiculous. You really should not be engaging people at that distance. It's possible, but you shouldn't. But now to the ones that will be changing on the control. As you can tell, we have everything down to about 0.66, 0.67 with quite a bit of firing stability, so this is going to handle really well, and of course it is going to be improving with the calibration. This is the biggest thing about this weapon. It's usually very hard to control, so we're definitely trying to cut that down. On the handling, we're also going to be improving this. The ADS movement speed is going to go way up, which I think is essential. Even at range, it's really useful to be able to strafe left and right as quickly as possible. And then for our stability, this is not going to change much aside from the breath sway range and the movement stability, which are going to be hurt a little bit, but the rest will be staying about the same. What I really want to point out here is that the breath holding duration is quite high. You will be able to hold shift the whole time that you're shooting with this weapon, so your recoil reduction when holding breath will be fully realized. So keep in mind that anytime that you shoot with the VSS, you want to be holding your breath. Now let's go to the calibration, starting off with the barrel where we put the weight limit all the way down for the extra ADS movement speed. We really don't need any more firing stability. This gun's firing stability is actually really good by default. And then the length is going to go all the way up because we need a lot more muzzle velocity. Currently we're sitting at 360, so we are going to be increasing it by quite a bit by putting plus 9% here on the muzzle velocity. This is great because now you won't have to lead people as much whenever you're trying to shoot them as they move. Now for the foregrip, we put the placement all the way up to the maximum so that we can get the max amount of control, because the VSS has a lot of recoil, and the thickness goes all the way to the bottom so that we can get even more ADS movement speed, of course. Moving on to the stock, our stock pad placement goes all the way to the bottom so that we can get even more ADS speed at the cost of firing stability, and our cheek pad placement is also going all the way down so that we can get even more ADS movement speed. Notice how pretty much every single one of these attachments we have been trying to get ADS movement speed. It's essential. And last but not least, on the optic, you put the eye relief all the way down so that you can see as much as possible within your optics window. Now that the calibration is fully done, let's take a look at the new detailed stats, and you can see all the changes that we have made. Starting off with the control, you can see that we have made it even better than it was before. The control was already good, but we have improved it slightly. The biggest difference though is in our handling. You can see that our ADS movement speed has gone up tremendously, which is really nice. And you also have to remember that for your current ADS speed, you should be subtracting about 50 milliseconds. So your actual current ADS speed is below the default, sitting right around 312 milliseconds. This is all because we have that red laser on. Last but not least, for our stability, not too much has changed. The current movement stability was hurt a little bit, like I said, same thing with the breath sway range, but the rest stays the same, and all you have to do is hold shift while you're shooting. That's going to make a huge difference considering the +5 stability that we have given it. And now that you know the stats and we have dialed in our attachments and calibration, let's hop into the firing range just to see how it handles. I won't control any of this recoil. Oh, I always forget to put it to automatic. Let me do that now. I won't be controlling any of the recoil here at all. I actually took my mouse completely off the mouse pad. As you can see, it really wasn't that bad. Let me just show you an example here where I do control the recoil. I'm going to try to keep everything within this little dot here. And as you can tell, it's really not as bad as you would think that it would be considering the huge amounts of recoils that it has in the end. You do have to get a little bit used to it, but it shouldn't be that hard to control. But now if I hold my breath while I control it at the same time, I can actually almost keep every single bullet within this little circle. So although this gun does have a lot of recoil, we have finally been able to tame the beast. This is the most interesting marksman rifle in the game in my opinion, and it's possibly the best one in the game just because it can be switched over from semi to fully automatic. Just make sure to get at least one headshot to make it really good, and don't get too close with it. Stick to 40+ meters if you can. And now that we have the build locked in, let's jump into a showcase match in Ascension to see the setup in action. Enjoy! We're in the match with the VSS. Do not forget to switch over like I just did. I finally just did it. To switch over from single fire to automatic whenever you begin the match, because it will start in single fire. That's obviously no good for what we want here. Get you here first. Somebody's behind, huh? Yep, I heard him. Oh man, there's 2 and 3 actually. Oh my goodness. Ascension is pretty much the perfect map for this gun because you have so many areas that you can actually have a mid-ranged fight in. That's where you really want to stick to. Let's get you two. There we go. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Close range fights are not going to go in your favor usually with this gun. So we are really trying to stick to these medium ranges until they capture the point. Now just die. Alright, that was not an amazing hold, but I'm sure we can do better. Don't you worry. We got this. Let's make this a good game here for us. See you guys up there. Only one actually. I wonder if she'll come back out. Should be able to get this support guy here. There we go. Let's back up for a second though. I'm gonna try to come all the way around so I could put the range of the VSS to use. Really what we want. Put this right there. Let's take some ranged shots now. Oh no. Still can't believe they have not destroyed my respawn beacon. Look at all these people over here. Pretty much always going to be a 4-shot kill, this one. That's really... So you want to make sure that... No, I'm gonna die. No. Because it's a 4-shot kill pretty much every range, you just want to make sure that you can use that to your advantage. You want to make sure that you stay further out than the others. And the muzzle velocity is not the greatest, so don't stay too far out either. You have to find a good middle ground, which is somewhere below 100 meters. Whoa. Was not expecting this many people here. Like, at all, actually. Way more than expected. Somebody's down here. Got him. That's the range right there. 75 meters is amazing. Just anywhere below 100, you're gonna have a pretty good time, honestly. Compared to most other weapons. Got him. Good. 2 headshots will do it. There's a tank coming this way. I'm running. Oh, that's not good. Got him good. This is a little close range for this gun. But it's okay. Don't you worry, we still got... Never mind. We don't have anything. We do only have 30 rounds on this thing, but notice how I don't really find it useful to have any more. Cannot believe that guy was just there the whole time still. Let's put this out here. And then let's try to come upstairs. Not stairs, but up the hill. Here's someone. Oh, you. Wow, that was a great shot from this guy. Good thing I got my respawn beacon around here. I see you behind. Guess what though, you can't do it again, because this time I actually know where you are. Wow. Right after I destroyed it, she spawns. I love it when that happens. Okay, that's not good. I'm gonna die here. Yep. That timing. Oh, there's a respawn beacon. Oh, someone please get that. Yes, good job, team. You were right there, huh? That's the M4 guy. He almost actually... Oh, okay. Don't know how this other guy missed. The M4 guy almost actually killed me, though. Would have been real bad. And we do only have 30 rounds on this weapon, but notice how I haven't really felt a need to reload much in awkward scenarios. Like, we have not gotten killed while reloading. And that's really what makes me think that 30 is pretty much perfect for this gun. Somebody's up here. There you are. Not anymore. I hear you. Yep. I heard him use his ultimate. We're defending way too well on B2 right now. They only have 90 tickets. We are only doing 33 damage. As you can tell, it's always a 4-shot kill there. I wish that it did 34 damage. That would be amazing. I'm actually kind of hoping that they do capture this. But, man, every time I see one of these guys, I really want to kill them. That 33 damage at 480 rounds per minute does mean that we have a pretty bad time to kill of 375 milliseconds, making it one of the worst times to kill of, like, pretty much any gun at this point. Oh, there we go. They're capturing it real hard now. Guess my dreams really do come true sometimes. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get him, am I? Damn. Okay. Well, maybe next year. What? How did I actually get a kill with that grenade? That's insane. Ooh, hold on. He almost got me. Let me back up here for a second. I gotta heal up. Now, my time to kill being so slow at 375 milliseconds does mean that you want to stick to a little bit further out. That's the reason why we're doing it. But in this C sector of Ascension, that's a little hard to do. So just try your best here in Ascension. Thankfully, my team is going crazy. Let's see. Did I actually stick someone with that or something? Don't know how I was getting so many hit markers there. Whoa. First you. Then you, hopefully, right? No? Okay. Oh, that's so bad. What the? Wait. That was crazy. On the bright side, though, even in these areas that are shorter range, as long as you get one shot to the head, your time to kill at least drops to 250 milliseconds. Which is actually pretty respectable, but you do have to land that one headshot, which could prove to be a little hard. Where are they? I'm trying to guide myself through the smoke here. Kind of a wild area right now. So much happening. Explosions, fire, people jumping in front of me, vehicles. Ooh, okay, back up. We're doing so well right now. That's crazy. Let's see if there's somebody around here. Oh, there was. Teammates got him though. Alright, there's only 8 more tickets left, so let's see if we can get maybe a kill or 2 more here. Definitely want to go for this headshots. Whoa. Okay, I'm dead no matter where I go right now. Yeah, that is... I got surrounded by those things. More grenades, more stuff to throw out. Maybe I can get you, and then you maybe? Oh no. One more. Yes, that's it. That's the... Oh wait, no, that's not the end. They're pulling through. They're on C1 right now. Oh man. Wow, that's scary. No way. No way. He just did that. Oh, that's so embarrassing, brother. I want to kill him anyways, too. Let me see. Yeah, still got him. Oh, that's the most embarrassing thing. I don't even care if we lose this point. I just want to get this guy. Come on. Yes. Yes, I got him. Oh, I'm so sorry, guy. That was just too good of a chance for me to give that up. Just gonna put this here. Just for extra points, because there's no way this match keeps going. There we go. Kill there. Maybe a kill here. Nope. But that's the VSS. It's a very fun gun. I highly recommend you use it. Try to stick to those medium range targets. That's where you'll definitely have the best luck, because everybody else's weapons will drop off at those types of ranges, but yours won't. The VSS does not drop off until around 131 meters. So in the comments down below, let me know what you thought about this VSS build, and if you would change anything about it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. Owl out.